Johnson for three. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, Johnson should get credit right there for staying ready and making himself available off the ball.
And so Billy Donovan calls. Timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Substitution here for Chicago. Collins, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Okoro is checked in for Herter. And it's Jones in for Giddey. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. And it's Alex. Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Alexander Walker. Chicago making their last shot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey. Jones. That's his 3rd foul so far. There's a minute 59 left to play in the 2nd quarter. Daniels outside. Knocked loose.
They've done a lot of good things today, but one area they need to improve is their ball security. Got to give them credit for jumping on the ball. And making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays. Brian?
Okay, thanks for the... report, Allie. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. To the inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, everything right now is clicking for Johnson, and it is so fun to watch him when he gets in a groove like this.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his... first foul of the game. So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Herter's checked in for Okoro. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Now here's Giddey. 6 points for him. Count it.
How about Giddey just... flicking it in. I mean, that's not an easy shot.
Atlanta's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pass to Riza Shea. He takes it in, and he takes that one up and powers it through. 8 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Riza Shea, and he's off from 17. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Hawks ahead. They lead by 3. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points early or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kenny?
And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
If you can make threes with consistency, the floor opens up. They've been pulling apart that defense.
Making it rain, and their opponent brought no umbrellas. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Nice game. Great performance by Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
I like how they controlled the tempo and played to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. On the court for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic is out there with Isaac Okoro. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Phillips in at the three. Yep, that one goes. Porzingis. Has got 23.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
T. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Pass to Riza Shea. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
My goodness, Johnson is quick off the floor, and he has a lot of power.
Chicago leading by 5. Now Giddey to the left wing. Here's T. Drains the triple.
Oh, what great... action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight. Bucket they've given up in the paint.
Vucevic, a screen on Daniels. Here's T, covered by Daniels. And it's good, off the back of the rim. And in. T's got 5 points now this quarter.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
And here are the Bulls now, following the score by Atlanta. Yep, that one goes. T. He's got 9 points here in the second half.
A nice rhythm to his game here late. He's hit 3 out of 4 this quarter, looking to put him over the top.
Johnson with a bucket. Here's Porzingis. KP wrecks the rim.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's T. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Now that. That's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Now here's Porzingis. Operating inside, Porzingis.
And it's Porzingis at 7'3", a monster to go to late in the game.
Getting with it. Here's T. Vucevic, screen on Daniels. Cash from downtown.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the...
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Porzingis. Banks it home. Big shot.
Check out Porzingis' energy. Just relentless on both ends of the court.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's T.